can see me? Sandy Wilkerson said, "Hey David, I'll be on as soon as I can. Got to cook, and I hope I make your live. Awesome. See you when you get in here." There's Rebecca Davis, Touched by Yarn. There's my mom. What's up? You guys might still be watching ads right now. I don't know. Let's go into top or live chat. Sorry. Hey, there's my brother. What's up? What's up, man? Oh. So, me and my daughter made some cinnamon rolls, and I didn't get a chance to eat them. Been trying to get out here. Hey, there's Treasure Hunter. What's up? Oh man, I'm trying to get some caffeine in me to keep my headache from coming back. JB Conway. Hey JB, where are you from? I know you said something about you messaged me about maybe milling up some logs. Where are you from? Look at that. The Crockers are live again this Friday. Daggum. I wish I'd known they was going to be live, because Jared's probably there. I just watched his video where he was headed back to Oklahoma. Oh, but yeah, JB, I was wondering where you're from, like what area. All right. Where'd it go? My chat just disappeared on me. There it is. Oh, Lake Ten Killer. I'm not real sure where that is. I know it's in Oklahoma, but TJ said, "Sorry, Dave, gotta go watch the Crockers." Just kidding. Man, check these out. Look at that. Heck yeah. So this one right here looks a lot like the one that I made for Pure Living for Life several years ago. It's actually from the exact same piece of wood that I made theirs from, Northeast Oklahoma. Now, how far away is that from Miami, Oklahoma? I'm originally from Miami, Oklahoma. I've heard of Lake Ten Killer, but I don't know for sure if I've been there. JB's stopping in to say hey. Hey, what's up, JB? Here's the other one. This one was really cool. It's got live edge on it. Kind of dirty still. That's actually some wax that I finished it with, and I ain't got that polished up down in there yet. So I put some feeding wax on there, and then I ended up putting some it's like carnauba wax, basically, like you put on a car or something. I put that on there. I wouldn't consider these like to be something you would eat out of. They're not really finished. You can kind of see the cracks and stuff in them. So I just put some wax on them to help protect them. Yeah, they are nice looking, and that's what I am auctioning off Monday morning on that live at 10 a.m. That's actually my birthday, and the auction, you guys can email me or you can put it in on Instagram. I prefer it to be on Instagram so people can like see what the bid is up to. There's one person who emailed me, Sandy Wilkerson emailed me and said that she doesn't have Instagram, and so I just told her, so well, if you're interested, I haven't gotten any bids so far, so if you're interested, shoot me a message or whatever, or be on that live. And I think she's just gonna be on that live that morning to bid on it. So Treasure Hunter, David, that bus floor was really tough to pull up. Some of it was. Hey Adam, what's up, Like a Bully? Like a Bully Homestead in the house, guys. Seeing you guys been busy up there at your property and over there, the neighbor. When is she gonna get on? Do awesome on YouTube. I used to live in Tahlequah on Downing Street. I guess, is Lake Tenkiller around Tahlequah? I've only been to Tahlequah a few times, and that was like when I was younger. Again, we got 15 people in here and 13 thumbs up, guys. That's awesome. Oh, but I don't know if y'all have seen. Oh, TJ said that it's south of Tahlequah. Okay. Street of Tahlequah. I don't know. Like a bully said, not sure she is working full time, so it may be a while till she's settled in. That I don't know what she does at that job, but that sounds like an awesome job. Billy in North Carolina said, "Hello, Dave. Chad appears to be working for me tonight. Oh, by the way, who are the Crockers?" I'm pretty sure I've seen you in their lives before. The Crockers. It's a great channel. It's actually, I don't know, by going to the meetup that the Crockers had in Pryor, Oklahoma, that is how my channel initially really kind of got going pretty good. Yeah, they've got a pretty awesome channel. Betty Crocker. Yeah, I've been called Davy Crocker before. And back then I didn't take too kindly to it. Let's see, I was making something for Thanksgiving one day, helping out my mother-in-law. I think I was making the stovetop stuffing, and Chris Edwards, that has been in here before, he come in the house, he's like, "What's up, Davy Crocker?" And I'm like, "Man, come on now." Come on now. Likeably Home said reception. Oh, she's a receptionist. Oh, that's cool. 82 is a scenic highway. Now I've been down 82. Matter of fact, I want to say I went down 82 or a part of it when I went down there to Louisiana. I don't know why my GPS took me way over into Oklahoma and up and down all the hills and curves and everything over there to go down to Louisiana. But it did. It took me like way out of route. It was crazy. Country Road Cure, what's up, man? That's awesome to see you guys in here. So you shopped at Jimmy Houston's store, JB? That'd be cool. I'd love to go hang out with Jimmy Houston sometime, go fishing out there on his little private lake. That'd be like a dream come true, like a dream trip thing right there. But I see old dadgummit, I can't even remember his name now. Treasure Hunter David, are you going to Shoot Dang Fest? I plan on it. Now, my anxiety that I get, like when I go into even Walmart around a lot of people, like say if it's around Thanksgiving time or something, and I go in there and there's a lot of people in there, that's when I really start to feel my anxiety, like I just want to get the heck out of there. That was my concern with them having it at the casino, but Jason messaged me back and he said, "Hey, we're gonna rent like a room," so I'm guessing it's like a banquet room or something, and people will be able to do whatever. I mean, you can go and like you can go gamble, you can go to your room, or like just whatever. I'm hoping that I can take the bus there. I'm hoping it'll be done enough that I can take it there and I'll just stay in it out in the parking lot. And if I do, I mean, that's only like 4 months away, so I really don't know. I've got a ton of things to do and money is short on this build, so it's going to be rough. But if I could get the bus done and have the rooftop deck done, I think that'd be pretty cool for anyone who wants to hang out in the parking lot. Country Road Cure said, "Yeah, usually at Hood's Custom Shop. Right now, at this time, we are making dinner, but tonight, Gary is the chef." Woohoo! Cook it, Gary. What you fixing tonight, Gary? This is what I had. I had Dinty Moore beef stew just because it was quick and easy. And then we made some cinnamon rolls, which are, they're about hard as a rock right now because they've been sitting out for a little bit. I got some frosting on my fingers. Got to lick that off. Bet you guys are freezing your butts off out there at the 41.36. I mean, it was kind of chilly the last time I was out there, but it wasn't nothing like it is right now. This morning, I think it was 5 or 7 degrees when I looked at my phone. I was like, dang, it is cold, but I actually have the diesel heater running in here right now, and you guys can't even hear the ticking of the fuel pump because I was on the phone with my mom earlier, and you know, she's like, man, that ticking is really loud in your phone. I grabbed my Carhartt hoodie and I just kind of put it around where that fuel pump is, and just instantly I couldn't hear it no more. I said, well, there's the answer right there. Just throw a hoodie over it. Sherry Richardson, hey, it's Friday. Hello from Texas. Thank you for hopping in here from Texas. Science fan, you want a small potbelly cast stove? Holla. I'll trade you, brother. I don't know, man. How small is it? I mean, give me an estimate on like in inches or something, because I've seen potbelly stoves before and they're not really small. And I'm kind of thinking like the spot that I'm going to have in here for any kind of wood burning stove it's going to be about big enough for a one of those mini cubic stoves that I can just kind of have on top of the counter. Floor space is tight whenever you have to put in like bunk beds or something. It's going to be tight in here. Treasure Hunter said, I'm ready to hang out on your awesome bus. Yeah, I mean, it may not be like live-in ready, but hopefully I kind of have some things buttoned down in it, and hopefully I can get it tagged and everything, because right now it's just got a temporary tag on it, which I think is probably out of date now. So I've got to pay the sales tax and everything. I've got to take it to get it inspected, because they got to do an ID OD where they verify the VIN number and the odometer. I got to get that done. It's going to be like $400 or $500, and so that's going to be tough. And then the fuel, of course, to drive it all the way there, and I need to get the fuel pump changed. That's another like $60-$70 for a fuel pump, plus, you know, doing the work on it. I mean, it might make it right now, but you know, it's kind of questionable on whether or not it'll start up again after sitting for a little while. You have to use ether to get it started, because the fuel pump, I believe, is the problem. It's letting it lose prime, and so you just have to crank it forever to get it to start. And when it's cold like this, it's really a problem. But you know, around May, that shouldn't be an issue. It should be nice and warm. The only problem is just, you know, money for the parts and all that. Treasure Hunter, Jimmy knows me. He never was snooty with me. Oh, cool. Man, who's it? Arms Family Homestead. Him and his boy, I guess they go over there quite a bit. I've been watching Arms Family Homestead for a good bit. My mom watches him too. She's like, I know him. I'm not going to tell the story, Mom. She swore that, no, I ain't telling the story. I don't need to embarrass my mom. Let's see. About a 9-inch footprint for the potbelly. Yeah, but I mean, like how tall? A 9-inch. That may not be too big. Yeah, Diesel doesn't like cold leaking lines. You know that, trucker. Hello, yeah. Hey, Tiny Tim Posey, $20 super chat. This is bus fun. Thank you very, very much, and that will help me to get the drawer sliders and things like that I need for the cabinet, which reminds me, I got something to show you guys here in a little bit. Roughly 19 inches tall. Man, that'd really be pushing it. Because I'm kind of thinking I've really only got a little bit of room above some counter space, so I don't know that a potbelly stove's going to work. And have to put a chimney on top of that and everything. That's going to put it really close to the ceiling, and I'm thinking about putting some pine, a little 1/4 inch pine, along the side of the walls here. So I don't know about that. I do like potbelly stoves though. I am not supposed to be drinking Pepsi or any soda pop at all, but they said you got to stop drinking all that stuff. But I noticed that a little bit of caffeine from tea or soda or something like helps my headaches, and they usually come in the afternoons. Treasure Hunter said, I heard the Chinese diesel heaters are great. Well, that's what I got going in here right now, and it's doing pretty good. Where's that thermometer? I got a thermometer here. It's in the 30s right now outside, and it's almost 60 in here. So, like 58 degrees. It's not bad. It's been running since 5 o'clock, and I've used up about that much fuel in that 15-liter tank. Just to back up, bro. Yeah. The problem is like having room for it. It's in your basement. All right, cool. You guys ready to see what I did today? If you haven't seen my Facebook or my Instagram, this is pretty cool. Like, I've made something sort of like this before, but not exactly like this. But I'm pretty proud of this right here. Look at that. My first raised panel cabinet door right there. And this is all from wood that I milled on the sawmill. I dried it myself over the last 2 years and just done everything that it takes to make something like this right here. This is actually the drawer that's going to be, it's going to be a big bottom mounted slider pull out for the trash can that's going on the left side of my cabinets right here. So that's it right there. First one I ever done. I've made cabinet doors before for the CNC, but I didn't do this little panel right here, and I'm thinking about putting this in the CNC and doing some carving on this. I need some ideas on what I should put on there. It's only going to be a 2D carving, not a 3D, because I can't afford $800 for the Aspire, I think it's called, for the CNC, so I can do the 3D or 2.5D as they call it. I would really love to be able to do that, because I think I could make money just making those panels right there for people to replace in their house. And if I could do like a 3D carving of like an elk or, you know, a wildlife scene or something, I think that would just sell like crazy. And that's why I bought the CNC, but it costs so much money to get started in that. Zine? Or you mean zinc? Taking zinc will help with headaches, Beth? Is that what you mean? Science fan said my whole family is positive right now, so quarantine sucks. Yeah, that would suck. I'm not sure what's really causing my headaches. I think it's the famotidine that I'm on for my keeping my acid down or whatever. I think that helps cause them. Like Billy said, that is awesome. Wish I had more tools to do stuff like that. Heck yeah, man. Sherry Richardson, $20 super chat or super sticker. Yeah, goals. Tiny Tim said, awesome door, thank you. What router bit did I use? It is a stacked router bit set from Lowe's, made by Skill, the Skill brand. And it's kind of a pain to get it set up, but I made a little block, a setup block, I guess, to help get it set up. The last door I made was like, I want to say 9/16 of an inch thick or so. The cabinet doors are on the CNC, and they didn't turn out real great. You're supposed to use 3/4 inch thick stock. This stuff here that I'm using is just a little bit more than 3/4, so that presented a little bit of an issue, but nothing that a little block plane, hand block plane couldn't fix. Oh, you like the insulation, my temporary insulation in the bus here? I just put some self-tapping screws up and hung up some blankets in here just to kind of get an idea as to maybe how much insulation I need, if I can just cover the windows and maybe it be sufficient. I will be putting some insulation down on the lower part of the walls, and then there'll be some wood that will go probably in like the exposed areas and stuff. I just don't think I have enough to do the whole thing. Let's see. I'll be doing mine with hand tools. That's gonna be rough. I hope you don't use oak. That driftwood might work good. Hey, there's my Aunt Lori right there, Lori Gabbard. I think, where are you at? North Carolina or something? Beth Cornett, hey. We got Rebecca Davis in here, Beth Cornett in here. Shoot, dang, guys. JB Conway, that's a beautiful two. High Treasure Hunter, do you have a channel? Rebecca Davis asking you that. Yep. Lori Gabbard watching from North Carolina. Let's see. No, probably the driftwood or some pine pallet wood. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, hand tools and oak is rough. That stuff is so freaking hard. Me just using that Lee Nielsen rabbiting block plane to clean up some of the rough edges and stuff where the router bit didn't quite take it all out because it's a little too thick. It was a little interesting, and hopefully I can make something with that video. I was trying to do a how-to video, but that's really hard to do when you're not 100% sure on some of the things yourself, and you're like second guessing yourself and everything, and just trying to put a video together. It may or may not work out. A long time no see. Yeah, I ain't seen you in a while, Aunt Lori. Guys, tonight I'm at 2,900 subscribers, so I'm 100 subscribers away from 3,000. So if you guys share some of my good videos, maybe not my lives, but share some of my videos, maybe that'll help me. Share them on Facebook, all that kind of stuff, and maybe we can hit 3,000 by the 24th, which is my birthday. We talked out in front of the hotel in Pryor. I asked you if you had a cabinet shop. Man, that's been a while back. Man, I talked to so many people that day, or those couple of days. Man, yeah, I can't remember. I can't place a face with that name for some reason. Which meetup was that? Because there was 2 meetups that I went to. I'm guessing it was the second one, this last one we did. Tiny Tim said, "What's up?" to Treasure Hunter. Sorry missed you. Let's see. Hey, there's Joy Bless Life. What's up, guys? Yeah, I seen you tried to call me earlier, but I was busy shooting video and everything. I'm glad you did not hook up that thing to 24 volt, but I want to say you can hook up 24 volt to that. I believe you just need to read the instructions and stuff. I'm pretty sure you can set it up for 24 volt. Not 100% sure on yours, but I know mine is a 12 or 24 volt on that diesel heater. So you should still be able to use it on 24 volt. I don't know exactly how you do it, but I know mine you can. You can do 12 volt or 24 volt. And I'm pretty sure it's some kind of in the controller. But definitely up on it, or see if there's a video out there on that. Like a boy said, so many people at the meetups. I wish I remember everyone I met there. Yeah, there was like, if you didn't stick around and like talk to me for a while, it's really hard for me to remember who all I talked to. I'm still trying to think of the guy's name I sit there and talk to forever, but I hardly ever see his videos. He does a lot of like gaming, streaming videos. Adam, you might remember who that was. And it's been a bit too. I've slept many times between now and then. Yeah, that meetup was awesome. You know, and I met Adam there at the meetup, at the first meetup. And back then I was still smoking, right? And I was like, I got to get out of this church. I need a cigarette bad because my anxiety was kicking in really, really bad. And so I just needed to go out and have a cigarette. And I went out there and kind of met like the whole kind of crowd of people who were smoking and stuff. And Adam was out there. And I can't even remember who all was out there, but I remember Adam was there, and that's where I started talking to him. I was like, hey, what's your YouTube channel? And I was right there with my phone, just like, you know, subscribing to people right there so I wouldn't forget. Gaming, I don't know. Yeah, I cannot remember. Man, I know me and Jared sit there and talk to him for a good bit. Shoot, I cannot remember the name of his channel for the life of me. And I went and I've watched his channel a few times. I think there was me, Jared, and Matt came over for a little bit. We were sitting there talking. And that's the thing, like you get a whole bunch of people talking, your head just kind of starts spinning. And that's what I was talking about to Jason Crocker was, it's like, man, I don't know, like the Hard Rock Cafe or Casino. I was like, I've never really been in there, so I don't really know. But to me, it just kind of seems like it's going to be a little bit distracting. But I don't know. He says that it's the perfect place. He said it ain't gonna really be like that, but people will be able to, like, you know, go and play slot machines if they want to do that or whatever. And so, you know, it's kind of gonna be in like a room, I guess. So I'm still excited about it. I'm a little on the fence about, you know, with anxiety and stuff like that, but I just got to get over that. You know, I know a lot of other people, you know, don't deal with that. Some of us do. We just have to get over it. Got 20 people in here. Shoot dang. When we were at the church, we kept waiting and waiting for you to use your meal, but we never saw it working. But it was a swamp. Okay, yeah, you was at the second meetup. But yeah, I did run the mill quite a bit. I don't know if you were just like not out there at the right times. I would run it for a little bit, and I'd go inside and kind of, you know, mingle around, and then I'd run it a little bit more. That was pretty fun though. And then I thought I was gonna have helpers out there, and I didn't. What did I miss? Like we said, it is. I have got so many compliments on it. Thank you, Rebecca Davis, Touched by Yarn. Is that your hat and your, what was that, hoodie? A shirt or a hoodie you got, I think. It looked awesome. Carolyn Messer, G.E. David. Good evening. That's what that means. I was like, when you guys like abbreviate stuff, you stump me a little bit. Oh, just the beanie. That was pretty cool. Becca Davis, Touched by Yarn. David, do you want a hat made by me? Well, shoot, yeah. My shipping address is in my About tab, or you can email me. Now, if you email me, you might have to email me a few times because I rarely check my emails, because 99.99% of the time, it's just junk mail that I get. So I miss a lot of emails. What color do I want? Surprise me. Surprise me. Something cool. Can't go wrong with a good beanie. Yep. Look at this hat. I've been pretty proud of this hat. I've got two of them, but I've been wearing this one for, I don't know, since October of 2019 or so when I got my mill. Actually, I think it would have been November because October I got it. I put it together. I started milling with it. And then I did a review on it. And because I did a review, they sent me a hat. And then, let's see, a few months later, the starter solenoid on it went out. And so I had to call them and, you know, do a warranty deal. And there's actually a guy here in Neosho, Missouri, that does the warranty work on the engines. And he come out and he didn't have the part. So, and it's the same guy that I get my chainsaw stuff from. And so he went and ordered the part, and it's like 2 bolts to change it out, maybe 1 bolt, something like that. And so he got the part in, I went and picked it up and I put it on myself. And Woodland Mills sent me another one. Woodland Mills green. I do like green. And I've got a greenhorn 1 acre. Shout out for greenhorn 1 acre. Thank you. He sent me a $20 super chat, and that's going to help with getting some of the hardware for the cabinets and stuff. So thank you, Eric, if you're watching this on the replay. I don't know if you're in here right now or not. Let's see. Rebecca Davis said, okay, I will. Yeah, it just surprised me. I hope it's cool. And I'll definitely wear it. What about camo? I've had a camo one before. I made one out of camo, and I don't know if they're that cool. Camo yarn. I don't know. I like orange. I like green. But yeah, if you're gonna make something, just surprise me. Take your pick. Whatever you think would look good on me, we're good with that. I'm not that picky. I mean, I don't know. If it was pink, I might not wear it as much. Lord Gabbard, he wants pink. If it's pink, you need to put one of those ribbons on it for breast cancer. Let's see. Hey, there's Margie Penmar. Hello, David. Is that a Mexican blanket covering the window? I guess it's a throw blanket, yeah, like you get at a truck stop. I used to use that for a seat cover. Actually, it's got a hole right there in the middle of it where the shift lever used to go through in my semi truck. I don't know what they call them. Like an old Navajo blanket. There's a name for them. I just can't think what it is. I usually put a green with camo. Just be creative. That's all I ask. Just be creative, Rebecca. I think that's super awesome. I mean, I love being creative, and my motto on this channel is inspire, create. Like, that's what I've always put on my shirts and stuff. And actually the bowls, it's the one I made for Pure Living for Life a few years back. I hand wood burn it, and it said inspire, and then over here it said create on 2 of the bowls that I made for them. So there's actually a video out there where they did the unboxing on that stuff, and I sent them a couple of coasters, but that's been like years ago. They haven't put videos out since I think 2019, which sucks because, I mean, I don't know, I liked watching their content, and I started watching it because they had a sawmill, and then they started building their house, and they did a timber frame house, and that's what really, you know, sparked my interest in timber framing and stuff like that. So Like a bully said, looks like the seat covers in my truck. Beth Cornett said Baja blanket. Yeah, I think that's what they call them, Baja blankets. I'm pretty sure I got it at a Love's truck stop somewhere out west. Uh, you'll be creative for me, thank you. Yeah, I like creative. Something new. That'd be really cool. And if it's tie-dye, that'd be even cooler. I think tie-dye would be pretty sweet. Like, if it just kind of looked like tie-dye, that would be cool. You know, especially, I mean, if it's like something no one else has, that makes it even that much cooler. Oh, Margie, you lost your wrench? Well, I had to get rid of like a bunch of moderators. You got it back now. Uh, I don't know what was going on. I think I gave a wrench to the wrong person or something, or maybe it's just YouTube. I don't know. But I was having problems with. Oh, there's been several people that come in here and they would try to chat and they couldn't. They couldn't say nothing, and I didn't know what was going on. I don't know if it's a problem with YouTube or what. I went and looked at my uh, the settings and stuff, like keywords or anything, and I don't have any like special keywords or anything set. They're basically just supposed to, like, you know, block any potential spam stuff or whatever. Um, I haven't really done anything special with that, so I was like, what's going on here? Like, my mom wasn't even able to comment on one of the lives. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Rebecca Davis said, my hats are all handmade. Yep, that's awesome. My grandma, she used to sit there and crochet all the time. She's the one that taught me how to crochet a little bit. I don't know how to do much. I think I can do a pot holder. I've made a beanie before for my daughter out of camo. And I made some camo little footies one year, years and years ago. That was like one year when I didn't have a job and I couldn't really buy them anything for Christmas. So I bought some yarn and I made some stuff for them. So, and no wrench Pedmar. Man, it's getting cold in here. I don't know if that heater kicked off or what. I need to see what's up with that. Hang on just a second. No, it's still going. I don't know what's up with that, guys. Ooh, it's getting cold in here. Maybe it's just me, because this thing's showing 60 degrees. I don't know. Weird. I think I'm going to have another heater in here. I'm actually tempted to go grab the... I don't know, it just feels like there's wind blowing in here. I can't tell if the bus doors are part way open or what. No, all the snow's melted off, Aunt Lori. Oh man. So what do you guys think about these bowls? You think I'll be able to sell them for $150 or more? Pretty awesome. They look kind of like faces in them. This looks like a frowny face with a blacked out eye. And that one there's kind of, I don't know, funky looking, like a smirk face or something. I don't know. I'm hoping they sell, because I need them to sell, because I need to get a stove for the bus. Need to get a stove for the bus. When is your new video coming out? What new video? I've been working on video today. I don't know exactly when it'll come out. And it's going to be on the cabinet door here. I may have some other shooting I need to do with that, some filming to do. Yeah, because I know for a fact that the camera died on me at one point while I was doing some work there, so I think I'm probably going to also make another cabinet door and kind of see, I've got to look through the footage and see what I'm missing, and see what other stuff I need to do, and maybe get some better shots and different angles and stuff to throw in there. I would say probably, man, Monday I do a live, and I like to put something out on Saturday, but I can't probably get anything out by tomorrow afternoon. Uh, it'd be rough. And I took yesterday completely off. Oh man, my phone's about to die on me. I gotta get it plugged in. I forgot to plug it in, guys. It said battery power is at 15%. All right, we got it plugged in. Belly Acres number 3 said, howdy y'all. What's up? Treasure Hunter said, hello Belly Acres number 3. So Belly Acres number 3, how did you get your name for your channel? I haven't even went and checked out your channel yet, which I probably should put you down on the list of channels to go check out. Yeah, I need to go check out Belly Acres number 3, Life is a Joy, I Ride Tiny House Adventures, Bush Tech, Freezer Bound Outdoors, Outdoors with Big Matt, and Ellie's Adventure. Yeah, or Adventure. I think it's Adventure. I wrote it wrong. It's kind of chilly out here. I probably should have worn my coat. Yeah, I haven't even had time to really sit down and watch those. I mean, there's so many channels out there. Like going to Ridge Life, Tim over at Ridge Life, watching his channel. I've subscribed to so many channels, and I try to pop in and watch some videos of everybody's every now and then, but that is really tough to do. If someone puts out an hour-long video, well, there's only 24 hours in a day, and when there's a lot of people putting videos out every day, and there's a lot of channels I like watching that I physically have to go and search for their channel, because it seems like every time I subscribe to a new channel, I'll start getting notifications for that channel, and it's like YouTube kind of kicks off the other ones, and so I end up missing out on stuff. Like Greenhorn 1 Acre, I'm pretty sure he has another video out, and I haven't been able to go check that out yet. And I've got to go check it out, because I mean, I have to support those guys that have been around all this time and supported me, and I support those who support me. I see you guys in here, and that is another incentive for me to go check out your channel, so I'm kind of up to date on what you're up to and that sort of thing, and try to get to know who you are, which is tough for me. My uncle named his small farm Belly Acres in 1940. I and my first hubby named our 795 acre Belly Acres number 2. Me and Carrie decided this homestead should be number 3. Cool. David, have you went to see the Joplin Spook Light? Yeah, years ago. Never seen it. All I seen was headlights. That's what I think it was. Yeah, I think we, when I was a kid, we went out there with my mom, my Aunt Lori, a few other people, to see the spook light. And I can't say that I seen it. We were just kind of spooked because I was a little kid back then. And then, I don't know, back in 99 or so, 98, 99, I went with my buddy Richard Blaylock and his family out there, because I don't even really know where it's at. They just took me out there like, this is it. It's like a dirt road. You go sit out there and wait to see it. But in that area, you're not very far away from I-44, and I just always thought, it's probably headlights or something from I-44. And I do remember seeing headlights on down the road. And I think the road that you're on, it like dead ends when you go down so far. But I cannot say that I've ever seen it. Thank you, Aunt Lori. She says she shared to Facebook. Iowa has belly-shaped hills in these parts besides everyone belly aching on the weather. Treasure Hunter said, I've seen it. Well, I've heard some stories back in the day. An old Indian lady said, if you want to see what it's made of, you have to have 100% pure silk, like handkerchief, and you double it over and put it over your eyes or something, and look at it through that or something. Uh, you know, folklore. uh, it's on Spooklight Road on the street sign. You can use Google Map. I'll have to look it up sometime. But yeah, that's not too far from me. I used to, I lived around kind of that area, you know, Joplin and Miami, Oklahoma, in between there and stuff for years. So I've always pretty well lived around this area most of the time. I mean, we did live down in Arkansas for a little bit. Yeah, I don't know exactly where Spooklight Road is, but got notification. What was that? Hope I didn't close this out. Man. Well, I don't know where that went. I got a notification and it disappeared before I could read it. I remember. Oh, my brother said I remember one of the staff at the elementary school telling all the kids the hole burnt in his dash was from it. Yeah, I remember that too. I never seen the hole burnt in his dash, but I remember that story. Belly Acres number 3. I've seen the Spooklight lots. Spooklight lots. It's between Oklahoma and Missouri. Full moon nights. It is actually a double reflection from a water solstice, I guess, from rocks. Water source from rock. I don't know. Treasure Hunter said I heard it burnt a hole in the carpet. I heard that, like it bounced around on the hood of the car, like burnt a hole in it and then went through the dash or something. I don't know. I've never seen it though. West of Hornet, Missouri. Yep. I used to live not very far from Hornet, the Hornet Church. I actually used to go there and vote. It used to be where I went and voted. It was a church right there in Hornet. That's my old stomping grounds there. My first real job was at the Joplin Petro. I worked there pretty much since the day I turned 16. I worked there like 3 years. Yep. Man, it's getting cold in here. Man, it's already been 48 minutes. I cannot believe that. Don't get stung at Hornet, Missouri. Yep. So yeah, Monday morning, guys. On that live, I guess that's probably I would say after that live, it whoever, if you bid on it in that live, the minimum is $150 if I have to ship it, I guess, because I have to be able to make a little bit off of them, for my time, and I got to also pay for shipping. So I will write down the bids if we get any, and then I'll have to go back and look at Instagram because that's where the bids are supposed to be, and then I will announce whoever it was on there after I get a hold of them and everything, and make sure make sure they pay and everything. Then I will announce who got it. Are you looking for a pellet stove for the bus? No, I want something where, if I have to, I can just go out and pick up sticks and break them up and put them in it. So I'm kind of thinking a mini cubic stove, something that's small and that can be right above the countertop. That's kind of what I'm wanting. It needs to be, just not real big. It needs to just basically kind of be able to set on top of the countertop. I mean, a pellet stove wouldn't be bad. It's just in some areas it might be kind of hard to get pellets for it. In this area, it wouldn't be hard for me to get sticks or something like that to put in there, in a pinch or something. And that's really just kind of as a backup. And who knows? I mean, it could end up being like a, pretty normal heat source. I mean, that way I could save on the diesel fuel. Another thing I found out from watching some videos on the diesel heaters is that you can actually run like waste oil, like motor oil, used motor oil, and I've got like 110 gallons of used motor oil sitting right here. Terrence Hood, my brother, he said, yeah, plenty of scraps you could be using. Oh yeah, like with the sawmill, I've got so much firewood around here. I mean, firewood is a byproduct of the sawmill. Whew. And I think I'm going to have to start experimenting with the diesel heater and start blending a little bit of used motor oil in with the diesel. Joy Blessed Life said we'd rather have a wood burning stove too. Yeah. You guys, you live in Kentucky, is it Nashville? Tennessee? Like, isn't it in Tennessee where you guys live? Yeah, there's plenty of trees around there. If you go like to a national park or something, and if there's not a burn ban, I guess you could probably have a wood burning stove there and just walk around the park picking up sticks off the ground. Treasure Hunter said, I prefer a wood burning stove. Yep. We had a fireplace in the first house that me and my wife was buying, and it had an insert in it. And the first year, man, I'd cut up so much firewood. We had tons and tons of firewood. And when we left there, we left a bunch of it behind. But in the wintertime when I was home, we pretty much heated just with the firewood, and it worked great. They had it where it was ducted throughout the whole house. You just flip a switch and it would circulate heat through the whole house. It was pretty cool. If you can find one that uses old oil, you can ask restaurants for their used oil. Yeah. Yeah, the diesel heaters, you can get it started up on diesel, and then you can switch it over to used cooking oil. The only thing is, like, you have to take it apart pretty much every year and clean it out, which isn't a huge deal. I mean, I've watched videos on people taking them apart, cleaning them, and that's usually something you probably might think about doing, or at least have an extra glow plug on hand, have an extra fuel pump on hand, just as a backup. But those things are super, super simple. I've not seen any problems with the motors going out on the fans yet, which I'm sure will happen at some point. But I think most people's problems are like the little weep hole will kind of get plugged up on it right there by the glow plug. And so if it doesn't have that little bit of air to get in there to get that flame started, it won't light, and you'll have problems with that. So you have to go in and clean that periodically. I mean, a heater like that, you kind of would expect to have to, do a little maintenance on it or something. And I think a lot of people just think that they're supposed to be 100% maintenance free, and they're not. But I seen a video, this guy was kind of experimenting, and he was running like hydraulic oil in there that had a bunch of water in it and stuff, and different paraffins and stuff in it, because it was like used hydraulic oil. It was very milky looking, and his stopped working on him after like a year or so, or maybe 3 years. I can't remember what he said, but he had been using it for a while, and it stopped working, and he took it apart, and basically he just had to clean it out, scrape all the crusty junk out of it, the carbon buildup and everything, and put it back together and started working again. So I said, that's pretty cool. They're not really hard to clean or anything. You just don't want it to happen on like the coldest day of the winter. That's why I really would like to have a backup one that I don't use very often, and have it up here towards the front. So on really cold days, I can run both of them and stay nice and warm. Let's see. Do you have a link to the stove or cook stove you are wanting? I don't. It's called a mini cubic. I mean, it ain't, but I don't know, probably, I don't know, 8 to 10 inches wide or so, like that. And it's not real tall or anything. They're a pretty small little wood stove. There's a lot of other people, a lot of other bus lifers that have them, and that's how I even know about them. It's called a mini cubic. I'm pretty sure it's probably on Amazon. I don't know. I haven't got that far in my research. But you'll see them like other bus life channels and stuff will have them kind of above their kitchen counter in the corner or something. They're just not very big. I cannot believe that thing's not really keeping up right now. It must have really cooled off out there. Have to have a fire triangle. Is that one of those things where it's just like plate steel that has slots in it where they, kind of fit together, and it looks kind of like a triangle? I think that's what you're talking about. I've seen something kind of like that. I think Isaac at a Bus Life story. I think he's got one. I don't know that it's a triangle. I've not paid a whole lot of attention to it, but I think you're talking about a steel or stainless steel probably thing that you can set up outdoors and throw a little bit of firewood in it and have a little cook grill or something over top of it. Yeah. Yeah, and I think if I was to blend some used motor oil in this, you can put in a code and unlock the advanced settings, which is basically you can change the hertz and the fan speed. The hertz being like how many drips per minute or whatever, versus the fan speed. So you're changing your fuel to air mixture ratio, and so you basically, whatever fuel you decide to burn in it, you change that air to fuel ratio to get it to burn clean. Once you get it to burn clean, if it's smoking, it's gonna soot up a lot quicker on you, and you're gonna have a lot more cleaning maintenance to do. But basically, that's kind of what they said. You go in there, you mess with the settings, get it set for whatever the ratio is, and if you're using like transmission fluid or used motor oil, it's going to probably burn a little bit hotter. And I thought, that sounds awesome, because I think they were running at like 300 degrees or something. This one here is putting out like 150 to 160. And I know the S-bar that was in my semi-truck, not the semi-truck I owned, but a semi-truck I drove for somebody, it had an S-bar in it. And I remember the air coming out of it so stinking hot that if you got out of bed and you put your foot down in front of that thing, whoo, you moved your foot real quick. Treasure Hunter said air, fuel, and heat to make fire called a fire triangle. Take one of those away, no fire. Oh. My friend had a garage heater system that used oil. He collected used motor oil and restaurant. Man, this thing's disappearing on me. Restaurant oil ran the oil through a mesh strainer, and it stoked the garage. The mini cubic has a Grizzly model 13 by 15 by 12 and a Cub model 11 by 12 by 10.5. The 13 by 15 by 12. Let's see, 13. I'm guessing that's width by depth by height, maybe. Man. Okay, there are folks with RVs here that have the cubic Cub. Yeah, I'm thinking the ones I'm used to seeing is probably the Cub, the 11 by 12 by 10 and a half. That's kind of small, but I think it would work. JB said, yes, that's the one, Terrence said. Huh. TJ, if you want to drop a link for that in there, you can. You can share links in here because you're a mod. Stoked kept it hot if he had the doors closed. He had to run a fan. There's a link. Man, he's on top of it. My brother's good at that stuff. He's smart about it. You know how long it took me to figure out how to even do mod stuff? Man, I think it was Tim at Ridge Life made me a mod first. I think that's no, Adam, I think, is the one that first made me a mod. And he's like, you should share links. And I'm like, how? I don't know how. I didn't even know how to block a troll back then. TJ's like, I have a 3-monitor setup. He is into the computers and stuff, big time. My brother TJ here actually built my first computer for me. I was like, dude, I need a really awesome computer. And this is back in the EverQuest days, right? And he's like, oh yeah, you need this, this, and this. And I was like, I was driving a semi-truck. I made pretty good money back then. And so money wasn't like an issue or anything. We went and bought all the best, this and that and the other, and put it together. And it's like the next year it was obsolete, I want a double burn wood stove. What's that? Is that like the double barrel wood stove where you have like the 255-gallon drums? Look at that. Margie just shared TJ's link. He don't have no videos up anymore. Joy Blessed Life said, Jaws made me, that's Journey Along with Shannon, if you guys don't know who Jaws is, but Journey Along with Shannon made them the mod first, I think, and Ridge Life then a lot more friends. Treasure Hunter said yes, where it reflows the wood gas for cleaner burn. My brother was asking, like, is that where it reflows the wood gas for a cleaner burn? I think he said yes, meaning that's like the double barrel wood stove. I don't know if it burns it again in that top chamber, but basically the top barrel is just kind of where the hot gases go through, and it just allows there to be more surface area to the air outside to get a better heat exchange. Hey, there's Jackie Sailor. What's up? Welcome, welcome. JB Conway said, there is the link. Which one? The Cub, I think, is probably what I would want, just because I'm pretty sure that size would fit the easiest in here. Not much? Oh, man, I've been up to a lot today. I've been busy, trying to shoot video because I didn't do I started to do a video yesterday, but it was a little bit of a rant, and I said, no, I don't really want to put a rant on my channel, so I deleted it. I don't know, I was just having a cruddy day the day before yesterday, and then I'll talk about it a little bit on here. I just don't want to get into a rant about it. And it basically has to do with the drama surrounding the Crockers channel and why they're not friends with Sawyer Ridge Farm. I don't know why. That is between them. And for some reason, my channel kind of got brought into it by somebody. I know the person that made the video, and you know, she, on her channel before, I'm not going to say what her channel name is or what it was before, because I think she probably means it in best intentions, but I think she's kind of trying to capitalize on dramatizing this stuff. But somebody commented in there, which, you know, kind of drug me into it, and I've been getting some crazy stuff on Facebook, and it's just, I don't want any part of that. Like, I don't know what happened between them. That's their business. If they want to share it, that's fine. They can do that, but I don't want to be drug into it. And the person that commented basically said that they thought there was some, I don't know, some tensions about me donating the proceeds of the bench that I made and I took to the meetup, and I donated all that to the church instead of to the Crockers or to the meetup. I don't know, and I've heard that from several people before, that there was some tension or something there, and I was just like, I don't care. Like, that has nothing to do with me. That's between them. Like, you know, it is what it is, and I don't think that's what it is. I really don't. And Jason even commented on there and kind of said kind of what it was about, sort of, but he doesn't really know why, per se. But yeah, I don't want to get drug in that. Like a bully said, I'm back. Had to coordinate some fire training for tomorrow morning. Busy man. Man, it is cold in here. I don't know if it's, yeah, the temperatures went down a little bit, back down to 58. Let's see. Pedmar's dropping some links. There you go, Pedmar. Thank you. O'Rourke's Littlefield. What's up? That was nice that you gave to the Lord. Yeah, I mean, I was not sure. All right, and I talked to Jacob and I said, you know, so I'm putting this out there, like the conversation between me and Jacob. All right, I went there to meet up with full intentions of taking bids on that bench and, you know, getting some money for that. With what, you know, the money that would have came from it, I wasn't sure when I went there what I was going to do with it or anything. But I didn't get any bids. No one offered to buy it. Everyone was just like, hey, that's really, really nice. And somebody had sat on it and left butt prints in the finish. The finish was not fully set up yet. That was freaking funny. So I'm trying to think. Man, I can't remember. I think it's River Mountain Homestead or something like that. They're the ones that got it. And I can't think because I'm cold right now. But they want it, right? But I talked to Jacob and I said, hey, you know, this is your church, you know, and everything. But, you know, I said, I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this bench. I said, I do not want to load it up and take it back home. I don't have room for it at home. I had full intentions of it selling or someone taking this thing home and not me, because I don't have room for it. I have no use for it. I've got so much wood around here, so much stuff. I don't have room for it in the house or anything, and I didn't want to refinish it. And I said, what can we do with this? I said, could you use it, or do you think Jason could use it at the off-grid property? And he's like, oh yeah, we could take it. You know, he's like, I'm sure Jason would be happy to have it. And I'm just like, I was like, man, I just don't. In my heart, I'm not feeling like that's what I should do with this. And I was like, I thought about it for a minute, and then I went back up to him. I said, do you think we could auction it? And he goes, we might be able to do that. Let me go talk to the pastor And because I said, uh, do you think there's anyone here that could auction it? Because I can't. I'm not an auctioneer. And it just so happened that the preacher of that church is kind of like a part-time auctioneer. He done a phenomenal job. And, you know, I felt it in my heart when it was being auctioned. You know, I was being touched by Christ at that moment. And that's a feeling you won't forget, guys. And it was just super awesome. I didn't care how much it went for. What the amount of money it went for didn't even pay for the walnut slabs that were used on it, okay? But that's not the point. The point was it was going to God. It was, you know, to be used by that church for whatever they might need it for. The church, you know, they came forward and they fed everybody that day. And I mean, only God knows how much that cost to feed everybody that day and everything. And then I know there had to be a lot of money coming there, which, you know, the Crockers probably fronted a lot of that money to rent the tents and stuff like that. I don't know all the specifics on that stuff. And so honestly, I really don't care what the drama is behind all that. It's none of my business. But I'm pretty sure there's no tensions behind, you know, where that money went and all that kind of stuff. So, and that's kind of what I was going to say in that video, but it got into a bit of a rant and just, yeah, I had to delete it. Well, let's see. Let me go back a little bit. I got to make sure I didn't miss nothing here. All right. I seen that one. Enjoy Blessed Life. Said, oh, thanks, Margie. You shared her link. I was thinking the same thing, O'Rourke's. Let's see. Treasure Hunter, David, I subbed to you a while back, but I noticed it was removed, so I resubbed. Well, thank you very much for coming back and checking out my channel and resubbing. Yeah, if you guys don't watch videos for a little bit, YouTube is kind of butt heads, and they will take the sub away. It is cold in here. I'm gonna have to go in here pretty quick. I'm starting to shiver. Jackie Sailor said, let's all hit that thumbs up, peeps. Smash it. Marty said, smash it. Belly Acres number 3, this keeps freezing up for me. Man, I hope it ain't because I'm on my end. Like a boy says, nice and toasty here with the wood stove. I have a hot tent wood stove. You can have a hot tent stove. Hey, those are pretty good size, aren't they? I mean, they're not like real tall, but I mean, they're what, about like, well, are you talking about like the one that the Crockers have in well, he used to have it in his hot tent, and now he's got it in that little shed thing. Dadgummit, it's getting chilly in here. Are you going to Pryor on the 19th? Is that the homesteading one? Sandra Quintana, message retracted. What'd you do? I'm guessing you retracted that, because it doesn't say anyone else deleted it or whatever. Yeah, I don't know about going on the 19th. I've got so much stuff to do, and I know there's a lot of people that I do associate with and everything going there. Not that I really have any beef with a couple of channels or whatever that might be there or whatever. Honestly, just one. And I don't really have a beef with them. It's just I don't like what they've done. Okay, there's some things they've done that I really don't like, and it's a lot more serious than what some people think. Treasure Hunter said that was an awesome bench. I wish I could have got it. Yeah, it was pretty cool, and I've got the makings to do another one, but it'll have red cedar on it. I need to get that done so I can try to sell it and get it out of my shop. So if you guys are really interested, I could have that made probably by the end of next week if I really focused on it, because I've got half of the legs done, I think. Joy Bless Life said, you yielded to let the church benefit. That's awesome. Yeah. Do you sign your stuff? You should. Yeah, some of it I do. I haven't signed these, but I can. I could sign here or something. Some people laugh at me. They're like, "You signed it like you're an artist." I'm like, people have asked me to sign my stuff, okay? Because hey, who knows? I might be famous one day. Who knows? I don't think so. I mean, it could happen. Uh, Sandra, I just want to say I love what you're doing with the bus, and also think you are an amazing woodman. All your work is amazing. Why? Thank you. You guys just see my head like grow like 3 sizes. O'Rourke's girls will be girls. Sandy Wilkerson, what's up? Sandy, I hope you'll be in the live on Monday morning. If you're interested in getting these bowls here. I'm freezing to death, guys. I had one today that unsubbed me. Shoot dang, I get that every day. I lose one and I gain one literally every day. And then every now and then I'll get someone who will send me an email and say, I unsubbed from your channel because you're not doing the sawmilling anymore, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I still do sawmilling, but you know how boring it is for me to do a video on sawmilling every day or every week? Just doing the same thing over and over gets boring, and I know that would get boring for you guys. I don't want my channel to be about one thing. My channel is about my life, my journey, and what I'm doing with it. Whatever I'm doing that day is what I film. It's basically a vlog. It's not all about woodworking. It's not all about the bus. It's not all about sawmilling. It's about my journey, and and now my journey is I'm trying to become debt free, and you guys get to follow along and watch like all the stepping stones that I have to go through to become debt free. Back before October 2019, I barely even had any tools to do woodworking. I had like the table saw, stuff like that, and then October 2019 I sold my trucking company, and after paying off my semi-truck, I used the leftover money from that and I bought a sawmill. All right. And then, I used a little bit of money from that and I built my log arch trailer. A tornado hit down south of me right after that, and I used every little penny that I could scrape up to put gas in my pickup to go and pick up these logs and clean up people's yards and stuff. I did a little bit of work, that I charged for once I actually ran out of money, and I had no choice but to charge people for doing, yard cleanup and stuff like that. Then I landed a small job doing a property cleanup, which paid a couple $1,000s that kept me going for a little bit. Then, having the sawmill, I started milling, I started selling a little bit of lumber, and next thing you know, the CV pandemic thing happened and my business went south big time. And so I had to go get a job. And so I worked there for a while, I think over a year. And then the boss there decided to start cutting my hours and telling me that there wasn't loads or whatever. And he was actually sending his son up there to work in my place, which I found out later on. And he was trying to make me go work on the farm and do farm work, which was not my job description. And and it was in the summer and everything, and I just I've been in a truck for many years, and I would have probably ended up having a heart attack just like jumping into something like that. October, November of 2019, or is right about the time that Jason Crocker was living in a tent. Might have been after December actually. But anyways, I actually had a heat stroke out there. It was a very warm winter, but I don't know for sure it was a heat stroke. All I know was I was hot, a little bit dehydrated, and next thing I know, I was just waking up laying there on the ground out in the woods on that little that job that I was doing that paid me a little bit. Um, and so I was worried about being out in the heat and stuff because I could feel it starting to affect me, and that's why I couldn't go down to the 41.36 when it was the middle of summer, like really hot and everything. And so we kind of had to work around that. Um, but you know, I couldn't keep working for the guy and only working a couple hours a week. So I had to quit my job, and then I got screwed out of the unemployment, all that kind of stuff. It's been downhill from there, and really hard to find a job that I want to, you know, spend my time at. The thing is, if I get a job, I'm really turning my back on YouTube, and would be letting all that go. And I just feel like, you know, it's all the time. I'm just like, man, it's just right around the corner. It's just right around the corner. My channel's going to take off. It's just, and I know you guys have been sharing my videos and stuff, and I thank you so much for doing that. It's helped out a bunch. We're probably, we're 2,900 when I looked at it just before the live. I don't know what it'd be at right now, but I want to thank you guys so much for all the support and everything you guys give me, hopping in these lives and sitting here talking with me. It's super awesome. I really appreciate it. You have that part number of that fuel pump? No, I don't. Yeah, it's kind of tough. It's the Valley fuel pump. I'd probably have to like send you a link or something. I ordered it from Amazon. It took forever for it to even get to the Joplin place, and I thought they already took the money out of my account for it, and so I kind of overspent. And so when it got to the Joplin place to be delivered, they rejected it or whatever, like it didn't go through. There wasn't enough money in my account, so I wasn't able to get it. That sucks. Let's see. But yeah, it's, how did I even find it? I think I typed in 7.3 liter turbo diesel fuel pump for international school bus or something like that, and it popped up. I think it's pretty much the same thing. They're all the same for the 7.3 liter Power Stroke diesel. I'm pretty sure they're all pretty well the same. And I don't even know for sure if I ordered the right one. I think they all interchange though. It's the Ford Power Stroke fuel pump. It goes down in the valley, and it has a little tappet thing on it. It looks like a valve seat or a valve kind of. Check to see if your window behind the blanket. I know it's not open. They're all closed. But the door, let me check it real quick. I messed with the door earlier. No, it's closed. It feels really cold in here. I don't know why. Huh. I'm about ready to go sit over there right in front of that heater. Oh, man. Jason's might be a little smaller on that heater. Huh. Yeah, I seen him in the video the other day. He was cleaning it up and putting some stove paint on it. Which, I mean, if it's rusty, I've got some stove paint here that I had for my my foundry that I was building. I built another foundry for my brother that's in here. And TJ, you should do a video on that. I think he said last time he used it, it was kind of crazy. Like, it almost became one of them bad moments or whatever. Let's see. In Treasure Hunter said, in Pedmore, I had no idea that was on there. That was my old username because I spent 40 years studying law. What's that? What'd I miss? Go get warm, man. I ain't frozen yet. It's just kind of chilly in here. I don't know what you're talking about, Pedmore. Oh, no fake laws. That's your link. You forgot that you had that special link. So we have someone in here that practices law. Cool. Or used to, maybe, or was studying it. Yeah, okay. Joy Bless Life. There's a smaller meetup in Georgia in March about the same time, I think. Yeah, Georgia's kind of a little far from me. That's right. Always sign and date your stuff. I never even thought about dating this stuff. Putting a date on there. God's law or the real laws. Yep. No, number them and sign your work and keep a logbook with description, with numbers and dates, products. Well, I guess my logbook would be my YouTube. I haven't really kept a logbook or anything on the stuff I made. I made the walnut burl coffee cup for the Crockers, and I can't even remember what number that one was. It was 6 or 7, I think. I want to say it was 7, but I can't remember. And I want to say my mom got the first one. She got the original coffee cup with the carved handle on it. Beth Cornett said, I paint rocks, but I'm no artist, and I put my mark on them, but I don't sell them. I put them out for truckers for fun. Cool. I used to collect rocks, driving around. We stopped, me and my youngest son, we stopped over at the coast there in California, and we walked down to the ocean and let him get out and stuff, and we were picking up rocks and stuff, and we got a little crab pincher claw that was laying there on the rocks. We got that and brought it home. It was pretty cool. But yeah, we used to we'd stop somewhere and see a cool little smooth rock or something and pick it up and bring it home. Sandy said, yes, I will be in the live on Monday. Awesome. 10 a.m. Monday morning, guys. Let's see. There are 3 people on TV that knows I'm a metal detectorist. Huh. Is that what we were talking about at the meetup? Wasn't it you that said you talked to me at the meetup, and I can't remember talking to you, but man, it seemed like I talked to somebody about metal detecting, and I've watched people on YouTube that do metal detecting, out in the ocean and stuff. They have the little sand scoop thing. They always find all kinds of stuff. Tiny Tim said, Dave, you're an artist, so sign and date your art. Anybody not agreeing? Shocker, aren't artists. I guess I'm kind of an artist. I don't know. I try to be creative. I try to, inspire other people to be creative. Whatever you decide to put on your channel is fine with me. I enjoy watching your channel. You are a good person, and that's why I watch your channel. I love watching good people doing good things. Well, thank you. I like doing good things. It makes me feel good inside. I tell you what, the hardest thing is to accept stuff from other people. I've had, someone help me out with, financially on getting some of the stuff for the bus build so far. And I tell you what, that was so, it was different. It was very hard for me to accept that from that person. And I just really wish I could put it out there who it is that helped me out. But they've helped out quite a few other channels and stuff, and they've received some bad messages and stuff from people, a lot of hate and everything, and just it's not really a good thing. And so I just chose not to share it. They said it was up to me whether or not I wanted to share that, and I don't want to bring that down on them. Tracy Jordan, what's up? Tracy Jordan in the house. So, hey David, sorry I'm late. Long day at work. Well, shoot, dang. I had a long day at work, but my work's here at home, so it ain't so bad. Belly Acres number 3. So Beth, I draw Bigfoot on cracker box cardboard and tape to fuel pumps for my fellow truckers to find. I found a beautiful painted rock in Georgia at a truck stop. Maybe yours. That's cool. Sherry Richardson said, "You're an artist. I think that the bowls may sell faster if you sell them individually. Money is tight for a lot of people. I followed you on Instagram." Thank you for following me on Instagram. Yeah, I didn't really think about that. Like, I was just thinking, sell both of them. I know, like, if you just want to bid on one, like if someone doesn't buy both of them, you can just put, I bid X amount for one of the bowls. So, like, if nobody bids on both of them, then, because no one's even bid yet, as far as I know. So if you just want to bid on one of the bowls, we might be able to do something with that. But the thing is, just to ship one of these bowls right here is probably going to cost me like $40. To ship both of them is probably going to be 55 or 60. Because I shipped 2 bowls like this in a box up to Idaho to Pure Living for Life, and it was like 55, 60 bucks or something. And it was not a very big box, and they probably weighed about the same. So that's the biggest issue right there, is it just costs so much money to ship things. Like the coasters that I used to make on the CNC and send those out, $5 a coaster. I mean, if I sold like 10 of them, I could put 10 of them in a box, and it still cost about the same to ship 10 of them as it did to ship one. So that's kind of where the problem is. And kind of another rant was like, someone commented and said, "I would love to buy your stuff." And I mean, they probably didn't mean anything bad by it or anything, but it was kind of taken bad or whatever, because they're like, "Well, if I could afford your stuff, I'd buy it." I'm like, man, really? Maybe I should sell them one at a time. I guess, I don't know. So, I mean, I don't know that anybody would want 2 of them. So, I mean, yeah. Time to get ready for bed. Talk to y'all later. All right, Adam, we'll see you. I've already been on here over an hour and a half, guys. That means I need to get off here. Country Road Cure's probably live right now. I think they go live at 8:30. Beth Cornett said, "I've painted a few Bigfoot rocks." Treasure Hunter said, "Are you on TV, Impedmar?" Margie, are you on TV? Treasure Hunter said, "David, do you have an email?" Yes, it is in my About tab, but it is davidmehood@gmail.com. That's my name, David Me Hood. I have 2 middle names, Martin and Eugene. So David, and then my 2 middle initials, M-E. That's Martin Eugene Hood. David Martin Eugene Hood. davidmehood@gmail.com. All right. I hope you got that. Sometimes I don't speak very clearly. Terrence Hood said, "I think I have it pulled up." I got it. There it is. Impedmar, Jackie Sailor, read above. You can get prepaid boxes at post office. Yep. I mean, the boxes at the post office are expensive. I go to Walmart and get my boxes because they're way cheaper at Walmart. Whenever I ship stuff out, I always go to Walmart and buy whatever it is, like boxes or the bubble wrap or shrink wrap, stuff like that, because I did, on some things, like if it fits, it ships. Those boxes, I'm looking at probably, I want to say it's like 25 or 30 bucks, I think, just to fit one of these bowls in one of those boxes. To fit 2 of these bowls in a box, it doesn't fit in hardly any of their boxes. It goes up to like the next tier up or whatever. so it's kind of expensive. That's the problem with, I try to make stuff small, which these are not small. These right here, I got a tape measure right here. So that's about a 6-inch diameter inside on that one. That's pretty good size. Like, I sent pictures to Pure Living for Life through email of the bowl that looked a lot like this right here that I sent to them, and my hands they're not small hands, right? They look small on camera, but when they got the bowls, they're like, holy crap, these are huge. They're like, we seen the pictures, we had no idea they're going to be that big. I wish I had the link for that video, but I don't. I'll have to go look it up and post it in somewhere. Myers kids, what's up? See, I stay on here, like, I'm going to end up being on here for 2 hours. Got people just coming in here. Jackie Sailor said, yeah, I just got notification for Country Road Cure. Now they are live. Hey, if you guys want to go hop on over there to Country Road Cure, check out their live. They're live right now. Really awesome dudes. Like Anthony, like that dude could be my best friend for life right there. That dude is super, super awesome. Mel and Gary are super awesome, but Anthony, thumbs up to you, man. Guys, go check out Country Road Cure if you would. Support them. If you guys want to go over there right now, I'm good with that. I've been on here for a while. So I don't want to detract from their live or anything. I'm going to actually have to hop on over there here in just a minute. Let me get caught up on the chat. Jackie Sailor said, I drive a school bus. I love it. Good night, y'all. Good video. Hugs and kisses. Just hugs for me. I'm not smooching on you. I'll give you a hug, though. Joy Bless Life said, davidmehood@gmail.com. All right, there it is right there. Joy Bless Life posted my email right there. That is correct right there. Jackie Sailor said, back in the day, they were like 10.95 by 5.95 size boxes that looked like they might fit. Yeah. Let's see, this one here, this is kind of the thicker one. It is, well, it looks like 7.5 on the outside. The inside is 6 inches, so the inside's about the same as the other one. And then about 3.5 inches overall on the depth. That one's about 3.25. I can never get things exactly the same, but let's see. This one right here, I actually had to make it a little thinner because there was some voids in it, and it had some weird like gum like stuff in there. I had to pry out of it right there. It still has a little bit of a void, and that's why I said you probably wouldn't really want to use it as a cereal bowl unless you put like an epoxy finish on the inside of it and let that cure. Then it would be sealed up and you could use it for a cereal bowl. But I would just use it as like a salad bowl or a fruit bowl to have on your table or something. But I wouldn't. You don't want to put liquid in these for very long because it'll start warping it. The wood's pretty dry. It's been in my shop for a few years now, which made it really hard to turn. TJ said, I appreciate their gaming setup. Yeah, it's freaking awesome, isn't it? That room, or their game room, which I can't remember what they called it, Thunderdome. That little building is actually where I slept while I was there on the 41.36, which was pretty nice because it had heat and air in there. That was really awesome. Those guys are super awesome, man. They fed me well. They took care of me there. It was probably the most fun I've had in a long time, hanging out at the 41.36. The fancy candy dish. There you go. Yeah, it'd make a really nice candy dish. I could fit 3 rolled up jeans in a 10.95 box. Probably not my jeans. You might get maybe 2 pair. Maybe 3 if you really stuff them in there tight. Link to which video, David? Pure Living for Life. I can't remember what it was called. It was an unboxing video. Man, I wish I can picture the thumbnail, but I can't like really explain it. I think they were up in the loft. They were opening gifts and boxes that were sent to them. up in the loft of their house. It was that video. I'll have to go look it up and post. I'll post a link in the about tab, or not the about tab, in the description of this video. I hope I know how to do that. I've never done that, so I'll try to do that on this video if you guys want to go check that out. But it looks a lot like this right here. And then the coasters I made, I actually took a photo that they took. They took a picture of some eagles up in a tree, and I literally screenshot that picture when they showed it on screen on their video. I screenshot that. I took that into the computer. I did a bunch of work to it and everything, and basically kind of made it like a black and white. I printed it out, and then I put that onto the coasters, and I traced it out with a pencil with a piece of carbon copy paper underneath of it, and traced that onto the wood, and then I sit there and I hand wood burn it. So that took a long time to do. Still got 18 people in here and 50 thumbs up. Dadgum. Yeah, I've been on here for an hour and 41 minutes. Guys, I'm going to have to go get inside, get warmed up, and I'm going to go check out Country Road Cure, say hi to them. Hope you guys will go over there and check them out also. Jackie Sailor, so I'm going to head over to CRC. All right, see you guys over there. Bye. See you later. See you Monday. It's been awesome.